Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Summer is coming. It's warm in here. Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alisha, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Maybe. First question this week comes from Ajin. Ajin says, "Hi Alisha, I'm your fan, thanks. Explain the difference between scared and afraid with examples." Okay, sure. American English uses the word scared more often to talk about the emotion of fear. We can use this as both an adjective and a verb. I was so scared. That movie really scared me. You scared me. Afraid can be used also for emotions, but it sounds a bit more formal than the word scared. I'm so afraid. Don't be afraid. But we do have a different use for the word afraid. We use it in formal situations to make apologies or rejections. I'm afraid we can't do that. I'm afraid he's not in the office at the moment. You can use both afraid and scared to express fear. But if you want to use one as a verb or as an adjective, go with scared. I feel like we use scared more often in American English. Thanks for the question. Next question comes from Johnny Ringo. Hi Johnny. Johnny says, "Hi Alisha, what's the difference between I don't have and I have not? This is confusing. Also, do you have Instagram? I want to follow you." Okay, first question first. I don't have and I have not. Quite different. I don't have refers to not possessing something, not owning something. I don't have any money. I don't have a big house. I don't have your keys. I have not, however, refers to lack of life experience, something you do not have experience in your life. I have not been to France. I have not eaten horse. I have not taken your bag. So I hope that answers that question. As for Instagram, yeah, sure, I have Instagram. You know, I begin literally every single live stream by posting something from my social media accounts. But if you haven't found it yet, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Alisha in Tokyo. Check it out. Next question. Next question is two questions. I get this question a lot. So, from Aviran Israeli, what is the meaning of though at the end of a sentence? And from Yuki, I saw someone commenting, "His face though, LOL. What does this though mean?" Yeah, very common question about the use of the word though. I have answered this question. Please check this video to see some more information about this use of though and a couple of variations on it. Hope that helps. Okay, next question. Next question comes from Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth. Kenneth says, "Good day, good day. What's the schedule of your live stream?" Sure. We broadcast every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. If you don't know that time in your time zone, Google it. You can Google it. So 10 p.m. Wednesday nights, Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Please join us if you can. That'd be good. Next question comes from Amir. Hi, Amir. Amir asks, "How can I communicate with Alisha?" You just did. Hello. Okay, next question, seriously. Next question comes from Roberu. Roberu, hi. Roberu says, "What is the difference when pronouncing leader, leather, and letter?" Nice one. Okay, leader, so to break it down, lead, that EA there is pronounced lead in the word leader. In leather, the EA is pronounced leather. And in letter, we have the same vowel pronunciation, but there's a double T in the spelling. However, we don't pronounce it as letter in actual speech, in rapid speech. We say letter, letter. It's a D sound. So leader, leather, letter. So leather and letter might sound quite similar, but there's a TH sound in the word leather. Also, you can just listen to the context. Does letter or leather make more sense? Leader has a very different vowel sound. I hope that helps. So, those are all the questions that I want to answer for this week's episode. Thanks very much for sending your great questions, as always. Remember, you can send your questions to me at EnglishClass101.com/ask-Alisha. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for other good English study tools. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Ask Alisha, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.